G'day, I'm Blxz and welcome back to Geneforge 5. So I have continued on with a couple more battles and I have found what appears to be Ghess, a Drayk. I don't know if I had a mission to kill Ghess. I don't think I did. Vengeance. Nope, that's someone different. So I'd like to kill the traitor Toroth. No, it's a completely different one. So I don't know who this Ghess actually is. So let's dive in and have a look. I'm suspecting it's going to be a battle though, so I will buff up beforehand. Let's see how this goes. Ghess. The machinery in this chamber is not new. It probably was used to process the products of the mine when it was still in operation. The rebels have since adapted this chamber to their own needs. There is a Drayk standing on a low platform. Even by the standards of these unusually long-lived creatures, it is very old. Its scales are grey and cracked. It can barely stand and can no longer walk. Some of the conduits on the floor actually pass through its body, providing energy which keeps it chained to life. Its skin grows faintly. You notice that a key hangs from a chain around its neck. When it sees you, it lets out a long hiss. I am Ghess. You should not be here. Intruder. You are an intruder. Spies must be destroyed. I'm not going to do that voice anymore. The smoke is getting to my throat. Wow, you're old. Do not try to win me with flattery. I spent my life hiding from the Shapers in caves like this one. Now I spend that time helping to fight them. I get to kill Shapers like you. I am no spy. Maybe, maybe not. It does not matter to me. Now that you've seen what you've seen, you cannot escape. Oh well, prepare to die, you ugly creature. The Drayk digs its brittle claws into the stone and opens its mouth. Wisps of smoke come out. It can't walk, but the fire within it remains. You hear a deep humming sound. The Drayk directs the flow of the power to the platforms around it. You see faint, insubstantial shades begin to form on them. They aren't solid yet, but they will be soon. The room suddenly becomes cold. Okay, that was an incredibly powerful hit. So in that case, I am going to also put on my shield. How much HP have you got? 1800. This is going to be a very difficult battle. If he hits one of my Vlish, I expect him to completely destroy them. So I'm going to require quite a bit of luck with my haste spell, which so far hasn't happened, and it's not going to happen for these guys so far back. I'm going to get rid of that one as well before it starts to annoy me. Yep, one hit KO. I don't think I can win this battle. Let's see what happens. What can I do? Hit it with an ice attack, I suppose. Poison. And missed it. Yeah, I suspect that we're not going to win this one. This is... I mean, we're doing good damage, but he can just wipe out one of my guys each time. Yep, nothing I can do to stop it. I have no elemental blessings. Got no mental magic. I'd probably try to rack him. That might help. A little bit. So he did 200 damage there. Now if he's got, say, 900 left, I might be able to do this. Actually, it might get very, very close. Provided haste keeps working. So I've had 4 hits on him. I get haste again. Nope. Haste, come on, haste. Ghess howls in pain and fury. Ah, you may end me, but I'll... Oh, that was not good for my throat. Excuse me. But I will take you in return. All the power, I unleash it all. The conduits at its feet begin to glow even brighter. Sparks fly out of them. You smell smoke. The ground vibrates slightly under your feet. Then the eruption ends. You see shades forming on several of the platforms. Not going to help you, Ghess. Not if I can get hasted through a few more times. I only got to do, say, 3 or 4 more hits here. Okay, 1 more hit and you're down. Done. At last, Ghess's long life is at an end. It died where it was born and lived, in a miserable cave, hiding from the Shapers. The body immediately begins to smoke. The power of the conduits will soon reduce the body to ash. You grab the key it wears around its neck before it is destroyed. Beautiful. That could be a problem. They're all going to attack me now. One of the shades on the platforms in the alcoves is fully formed. It begins to slowly float towards you. The air around you becomes very cold. Icy crystals form instantly on the floor below it. Yes, could be a problem. Ice storm constructs. So it's the same amount of HP, but I won't use ice to fight them. I have to use Sierra. Nope, missed. Well, if I can get haste to keep working, I might be able to just knock them all out. That's the one I want to take out, because it's already formed. Okay. Not good. Looks like they've all formed. And they're going to radiate next turn, and they're going to be in the middle of me and totally destroy me. So how about we all haste up again. And hope for the best. That worked. Come on, haste. Didn't work. Not good. Yep, not good at all. I am totally screwed. Nope. This game annoys me sometimes. Really, really quite annoying. Because I'm going to have to redo that entire battle again. So let's go a little bit further. And let's heal myself, and I might be able to get out of here in time before they... Where's the exit? Up here somewhere. Of course, I've only got 7 action points because I'm encumbered, but I can just build more and come back and get everything. Frustrating. But it doesn't matter. Oh, I'm a Shaper, and I can just rebuild my entire army. That's the good thing. And I have a level as well that I can use. I think I've leveled up at least once. So I may consider actually putting that into... endurance isn't really a problem just yet. I'm still pretty tough. This game gives you a lot of HP. I've got 2 levels up, so okay. What I'm thinking of doing... Let's go back to mirror. What I'm thinking of doing is throwing as much as I can into magic shaping for the time being. Probably only 1 level. I don't think I'll have enough for 2. So if I throw... You know, I do have enough. I'd like to get both of these, magic and fire shaping, to level 10. I believe 5 is the highest you're going to need for... what's the word? For creating all the creations in the game. But I'm not really going to be casting too much more magic. Mental magic might be nice to bump up, but I'll work on that later. But if I can get my fire and magic shaping to 10, I will be pretty pleased with myself. Although I could get leadership up to 10 as well, but I might do that later. It's not a huge concern. If I get magic shaping up to 9 now, that gives me 2 more levels with my Super Vlish. So they're now base level 12, and I'm adding 9 plus 3 levels on top. So I'm adding extra 12 levels on top of that. So these guys are now level 24. That makes them absolute tanks. These guys are just going to destroy everything. And I've got a little bit more essence now as well, because of the level up, the 2 levels up, or level ups. So I should have extra essence to spare. Yeah, 72 essence is enough to play around with and keep me going for quite some time. Doesn't look like a lot, but it is more than sufficient for the time being, especially when I've got so many essence pods lying around. I'm really no concern about running out. Well, to begin with, we're going to have Alhoon. Nope, not Flish Alhoon. We're going to have Alhoon. Now, I do want to keep track of Alhoon from now on. So this is Alhoon 2. Just going to have a little bit of fun with this and see how many times I can kill him off. And once again, if anyone else would like a name, make sure to put it on the list. So far, Alhoon has been the only one to actually request a name, other than a couple of other people who've requested higher level creations. So if you'd like any particular creation, or indeed just to be added to the general name list that I'll use for any creation I find, make sure to... I can't spell and talk at the same time, but make sure to throw your name onto the list and just let me know in a comment or something. Succulents. Oishi. Piquant. Ambrosial. And the last one is, I believe, delectable, although I can't remember. I sort of change around a little bit as I get to them. Whatever comes to mind at any given time. There's my new little Vlish army again. I think I'm going to sell off all my stuff again. And I've actually forgotten to start my timer for this particular round, so I will give it a little bit longer and then I'll call the episode. So it may be short, it may be long, but it doesn't matter too much. I'd like to do some shopping, sell something. So I'm going to sell that girdle of nimbleness. It's not going to do anything for me. I'm not going to wear it. Dexterity really is not an important trait to me. I'm going to sell that. I'm not going to put that in any armour. It's really of no use to me. Get rid of that. Radiant crystal I'll keep. Get rid of the gold bar. I'm going to have to find somewhere to dump all my items off as well. Once I've finished this area, I'm currently on the northwestern half of the continent, or chunk of the continent. Once I get back to the southwest again, then I will, then I'll drop off all my stuff somewhere where it's easy to get to. Let's have a look. Is that everything I want to sell? We're going to have a very small gap here in the centre. I'll keep this over here, and that can go there somewhere. So we're at 10 spaces for things that I can pick up for the time being, which is not good. I want to have a look what's up here again. One living tool. Let's use... Yeah, not much I don't think. Actually a few things, minor things, but worth stealing. The simple fact that I can sell them right back to him. There you go, a tiny little bit of gold, totally worth it. I'd like to do some shopping. I would like to sell you something that you own yourself. I'm not going to worry with the Fiora scales anymore. I don't have any more gold rings, so they're of no use to me. What I do want though is a perfect, I believe it's a Drakon scale, and that'll allow me to make quite a powerful ring, which is something I probably will consider wearing. So Koash Gel, no, it was this one here, the West Shadow Road. So hopefully I can bump off the rest of those ghosts, or if they even despawned, it would be even better. But I don't think I'm going to be quite that lucky. Because I remember that Unbound is still hanging around up at one of those passes I went through. You know what? I think I have got very lucky and they've all disappeared. Let's check out. We've got a Girdle of Might. Now that's useful. 1 intelligence, whereas 2 strength will actually make a huge difference. I'm actually going to wear that. 1 intelligence, 1 to creations is good, but nowhere near as good as having my action points back and having all my creations do more damage. And a Drayk scale I could probably put in the platinum ring if I cared enough. We'll see what happens. And oh, here we go. Create Battle Alpha, totally useless to me. And what do we have? Passage Stone. Okay, well I'll put that on for the time being. Searing Fibers and a Rune Onyx. And what do we got here? Mage Healing Pod and Resistant Spores. Nothing spectacular. Well, with that, I think I'm going to call this episode to an end. What I am going to do, though, is... Oh no, actually I'm just going to finish exploring down here. Okay, this is the exit. So I am going to call this episode to an end. And when I come back, I will continue exploring into what appears to be the middle Shadow Road. And it's probably going to be far, far too difficult for me. But we'll see how that goes. It'll be a bit of a challenge, but we might find some really good stuff. And then I believe that'll be the final area before we head into back to the Stormplains. So I've been Blxz, this has been Geneforge 5. Make sure to like and subscribe if you do indeed enjoy the content. And if not, feel free to leave a dislike if that's really up your alley. Anyway, take care and I'll see you around.